Hello again, everybody. This is Mr. Everything, and I'm coming at you with a concern video, a explanation video, a opinion video about the new release or the new um, reveal in Star Citizen about their face over IP or FOIP or FOIP, as people are going to want to call it. And then there's also the voice over IP or the VoIP or the VoIP. Okay, so what this basically means is uh, first of all, there's not going to be any fancy videos. There's not going to be any. If you want to see that, go check out the videos on the RSI website. You can see those. There's a ton of streamers out there that are revealing all this and everything. That's not what this video is about. This video is going to be super quick, hopefully, and it's just going to be my opinion and try to explain it to you, the benefits and maybe the consequences of having voice over IP and face over IP. Now, first of all, what that is voice over IP is going to use your microphone, whatever microphone it is that you use, to talk in game and have your voice projected from your character's location. So if you are in a bar and there's music playing in the background, right, and you say something like, "Hey Joe, let's go take this mission," or whatever, that voice actually comes from your character's mouth. So if you have a friend named Joe and he's sitting next to you, he's going to hear you. But also, on a downside, or an upside, depending on how your immersion, what your desire for immersion level is, there are going to be other players in the bar, maybe, and they're going to hear you say, "Hey Joe, let's take that mission." Okay, so there's still going to be people out there, I think. Well, okay, that's what voice over IP basically will allow you to do, right? And then we'll talk some advantages and disadvantages in a minute. But face over IP, that's a bigger subject, and what that basically means is not a microphone, but when it uses your webcam or facial capture device, like what I'm using right now. I'm using Logitech C920. That is a 1080p. Supposedly, it's a 1080p 60 frames a second. But I bet you, if I go back to work and look at the package, I bet you it says 1080p 30 frames a second. I don't remember. Okay, I think it's a 60 frames. I don't know. It might be a 30 frames. Okay, so but what I'm gonna do is I'm recording this in 60 frames, but that doesn't mean my camera is recording in 60 frames. Okay, so you can use your webcam if you've got an old creative webcam, you got a Logitech webcam, you got a whatever webcam, you got Cams R Us webcam, is as long as it's capturing your face, right? You can use it in Star Citizen to track your face. So they're revealing this FaceWare technology, which is an SDK for the CryEngine. And so what it's going to do is it's going to record certain key points on your mouth, your face, and your cheeks, and things like that, your eyebrows, things like that. So would I be able to play with face over IP like this? No, you can't do it, right? You're gonna you're gonna have to have a clear, unobstructed view of your face. I'm concerned. Hold on. I'm concerned that, okay, I'm not gonna. I could play like this. I could tilt my hat up, or I could take it off completely because I'm gonna be wearing a headset most likely anyway. I'm afraid about these guys right here. These are the glasses I game with. Is this going to interfere with them being able to see where my eyes are moving and where my eyebrows are going and stuff like that? If that is the case, then I don't know if I'm going to be able to use this technology, right? Okay. But what it allows you to do is move your face in strange ways, and then or in natural ways. I mean, you're just like, what'd you say? Something like that. And your character in the game will make that same facial expression. That's pretty exciting. Okay. But I'm going to tell you something that a lot of streamers apparently don't know, because I've watched like about 15 different streamers all say, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing." Okay, Star Citizen has basically promised this since 2013. They've even showed a demo of it on Wingman's Hangar a long time ago. A long time ago. This is just it coming to realization. 3.0, they're implementing it. We've already seen demos of this. Don't, people, go back and watch your Wingman Hangars. If you are new to Star Citizen, okay, sure, you probably, if you're less than a year, 2 years into Star Citizen, you might not have ever watched the Wingman Hangars. Okay. I find that hard to believe for me, okay, because I'm a fanboy, I'm a fanatic. I've actually watched Wingman Hangers probably 3 or 4 times each. Okay? I will binge them. I will go back and watch them. If you are not going back and watching them, then I question your level of commitment. Okay, but we won't talk about all that. That's a different subject entirely. I'm talking about face. Okay, maybe I should just cut all that out. Nah, I'm not going to cut that out. I'm going to leave that in. Okay, so let's talk about advantages and disadvantages. Okay. This is a touchy subject right here, and I'm about to piss somebody off. I'm about to make some people mad at me, and I want you to understand that I don't care. Okay? I'm going to say this. It might be sexually offensive to some of you. It might be, it's not going to be racially offensive, but it might be not sexually offensive. It might be, you might consider me like an asshole, a jerk. Okay, but I'm going to say it. And this is, but I bet you there's a bunch of people out there that feel the same way as me. And I will take the brunt of the backlash. I will do that for you so that your voice could be made. Okay. I hate, that's a strong word. It is. But I hate guys, men, boys, teenagers, boys. You're a boy if you do this. Playing female characters in MMOs. Okay. I just pissed some people off. I know it. I know I did. I know I did. But what kind of a person are you if you want to be the opposite sex? Okay, so I understand that it's kind of cool and like, oh man, I'd like to play a female character once in a while. Sure, I get that. Okay, man, I just want to make a female character because got this really cool story that I'm going to do. Sure, I get that. Okay, that I understand. But if you always play a female character, always. What? Okay. So here's the, and I got this itch right here, and I'm sorry about it, but here, maybe if I do this. No, I've got this. I got a couple of friends that, well, one of them specifically, and then and then I've got some other people that I've made this. I basically did like a survey of my local community, and I asked them, "Hey, do you play female characters?" Yeah, sure. Every now and then I'll play a female character. I'll be like, okay, cool. That's fine. Moving on. Hey, Jason, do you play female characters? Yeah, all the time. Man, every time I make a character, City Heroes, World of Warcraft, whatever, I play a female character. I'm like, okay, why? Why do you play a female character? And his answer is, and this is why I call him a boy. This is why I call him a child. Because if I have to look at somebody's butt, I'd rather look at a girl's butt. Is that really an answer? I hear a lot of people say that. When I'm playing, okay, when I'm playing, am I going, ooh, look at that butt. Ooh, yeah, let me play with it. Ooh, that's a nice butt. No. No, sometimes they are nice. Okay, don't get me wrong. I'm like, wow, that's a nice butt, you know. But I'm not gonna go. I'm not. That's not gonna be the reason why I make a character. Okay, well, you know, boobs, whatever. Really? Okay, so let's back up and say, Star Citizen. You're not watching your butt. You're in first person. You're seeing a heads up. You don't see yourself unless you deliberately look down at yourself. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is there should not be any motivation for those boys to want to play a female character, right? Unless they are just, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so having said that, um, this is something that bothers me when I play other MMOs. There's a lot of guys out there that will play female characters um, to entrap or to trap other guys or to trick them into making them think that they're girls when in fact they're guys. There's a lot of guys online that will pose as women because they think they're going to get advantages or, you know, favors or something from other guys. And all that whole duplicity and the what's the word I'm looking for? The I'm just going to say conning or trying to trick someone. I'm totally opposed to that. Um, I I don't. I, maybe because I'm not a criminal. Maybe because I'm not that guy. Maybe because I'm not that guy that wants to play a female character to trick someone. Maybe it's because I'm not that guy that's always looking at someone's butt. Or maybe it's because I'm not that guy that I don't understand. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I don't understand your mentality. Maybe I'm not back up. Maybe I'm a man. Maybe I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So they take that motivation away. That's fine. People will still want to have a female character because of the story and what they're trying to do in it and everything like that. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. I mean, I'll make a female character every now and then. Whatever, you know, just because I'm a role player and I'll want to play various things. But 99% of the time, I play a man because I can relate to a man better. I can put myself, my head space and timing, I can put that in to a male character's motivations. And so I can make those motivations my own motivations, and I can really be immersed into the world if I'm playing a man, right? If I'm playing a girl or a woman, I will not be fully immersed in it. I will be forcing myself to tell a story through that character that will not be fun for me. It might be fun for all my friends and everybody that's witnessing it, but it's not necessarily going to be fun for me. That's me. Okay, I understand there's different people out there. Some of them are a little okay. Um, okay, having said that, the voice over IP. I'm not really talking so much about the face over IP because um, that's going to be used with either character. That's fine. But the voice over IP is going to be, let's say I'm playing a female character and I'm running through the universe, but I'm talking and my character's voice, my voice is coming out of my character. You're going to see exactly what you saw at the Gamescom presentation. There was a guy, avatar, and the female voice coming out of him. It was almost immersion breaking. That was like, oh my gosh, really? Really? But I understand she didn't have a female character to push around. I get that. I get that was a limitation because the game wasn't ready for female characters to come into the world and all that. Okay, okay, I'm cool with that. But that is just a vision into what could possibly be wrong with this program. I think it's super awesome that you're going to hear my buddy's voice. He's going to be like, "Hey, Mr. Everything, what's going on? You know, how are you doing?" Or "Hey, look at all these guys walking by." Maybe if we stop them, say, "Hey guys, over there, come over here," and they'll hear us because they're not in our Discord, or they're not in our TeamSpeak, or they're not in our chat, but we're talking and they're hearing us. That is so awesome. That's cool. Like, guys, come over here, check this out. We're looking for like an engineer. Any one of you guys an engineer? You know, or whatever. This is mind-boggling. I love it. Right? We're in a battlefield, you know, and I can say advance, and everybody's going to hear it. That can hear me. If you can't, maybe they've got to have some hand and arm signals. That would be so cool that you're like, get in there, you know. That'll be like ceasefire, you know, whatever. But people will have to like be more spatially aware. They'll have to look around and stuff. They'll have to be listening, you know. And then that's a reason why, because it's so cool, people will want to use it. And then that will give people reasons to have communication devices on their characters and be on the same channel as their buddy. So when they're talking, like, "Hey guys, can you hear me?" And they're like 10 miles away and they can still hear him. That's cool. What does that allow? And this is where the power gamers get into the game. It's going to, and people that are motivated in this respect will want to jam those transmissions. That's cool. Hey, can you hear me? No, y'all hear static. Okay, that's cool. That's what I want in the game. I want that difficulty. I want that challenge of people jamming my transmissions and things like that. But there are people out there that are so competitive and could care less about the immersion of the game. They don't care about the role playing or the storyline or nothing. They'll be on Discord or TeamSpeak. Their characters will all be nothing ever coming out of their mouth. You know, nothing. They will not be using this feature at all. Their characters won't have any voice because they'll be talking on Discord. I find that to be sad. I find that to be, oh my gosh. That's what I find. And and I understand you want to be super hyper competitive. I get it. But I'm not that way. And this game doesn't want you to be that way. That's my point. My point is this game is not about you winning. That's not what it's about. That's not what Star Citizen's about. The Star Citizen is not about me winning. You winning. You taking over the world. Me destroying every Idris out there. That's not what this game is about. And that's what I think people don't understand. Star Citizen is about immersion. One word only. Immersion. Star Citizen has always been about role playing. It's always been about that. It's always been about your character, the story, immersion, being super high fidelity. It's never been about competition. And there are players out there, a minority, I think it is a minority, that want this game to be a competition. And they do everything in their power to make it a competition. And that's okay. But like, there's this streamer out there. I'm not gonna mention names because I hate doing that. I hate putting people on blast. But I'm gonna tell you, there's a streamer out there that said that he is gonna wreck you. Okay, he's gonna attack you if he feels like attacking you. Okay, you know, if I feel like attacking you, I'm gonna attack you. But he makes it a point to be an a-hole. He says, you know, if I'm just floating there in space and I see this aurora fly by, I'm just going to shoot him. Really? Okay. And then I'm just gonna kill him. I mean, he's in the wrong spot. If he's flying next to me, I'm just gonna shoot him. I'm the best fighter pilot in the world. Nobody can beat me. I'm so good. And I'm like, man, he's. And then I found out he's married. I'm like, I feel sorry for her, but he seems like he's not arrogant. He is arrogant, but that's not. I think he's. I think he's. I think he has an inferiority complex because he does appear to be kind of short. And I mean, I don't know. He's a streamer. I mean, I could be 2 feet tall, but yeah, he seems kind of short. And I bet you he was picked on when he was a kid. And he's using this Star Citizen as a way to prove his superiority. Okay, well, that's a totally different story. But what I'm trying to say is there are people out there that are going to turn this game into a fight. Okay, don't get me wrong. I understand there's going to be pirates, and you can be a pirate, and you can loot somebody, you can blow somebody's ship up to get their loot and their treasures or whatever, and you can take it and sell it and stuff like that. That's fine. But you're not just going to fly. I don't see the reason why you would just fly up and blow up with somebody. It's not worth fighting. It's like that guy has no value to him, and I'm just going to shoot him and kill him. That's his grief. That's my definition of griefing. He's a griefer. Okay. So he needs to be put on a separate, he needs to be put in a timeout or something, suspend his ass, something. But how do you determine if somebody's motivated by grief or, whatever? I don't know, right? It's going to be super hard to police, but I get it. Okay. I'm going under the wrong tangent. Let me get back to voice over IP, face over IP. So what's going to happen is you're going to have guys playing female characters, and then their male voice is going to be coming out of their characters, and that's going to break the immersion for me. And they don't care. They don't even give a crap about immersion, right? But they should. Is what I'm saying is if you don't care about immersion, if you don't care about the role-playing aspect of the game, now I understand there's different levels of role-playing. There's like 100% hardcore role-playing, never leave your character. And then there's light role-playing where you role-play sometimes and then you do some missions sometimes. You just have a good time on the... That's kind of what I am, I think. I don't think I'm a total 100% role player. But then there's like orgs and stuff like that that are super restricted role-playing. And then there's orgs out there that don't want any of that at all. And if you're one of those, I think you need to leave Star Citizen. That's I think you need to just either change or leave. But I know that's a lot to ask, and I know there's not going to be people doing that, especially the people that have paid tens of thousands of dollars because they're super high competitive and they want to have all the best stuff. And they're not role players. They're not going to be the ones that want to leave. They're going to want to stick around because they're going to want to ruin everyone else's role playing. Okay, so I'm trying to get back to the voice over IP. I'm sorry. But voice over IP will cause some players to use voice modulators to make their voice sound like females. I'm also okay with that. I'm okay with that because that's not going to hurt my immersion. Okay? They're back to doing what they do on their porn sites. They're back to doing what they're doing on their social media sites where they are pretending to be a woman when they're not. They're back to doing that. And they must be one of those. Okay, so I have a problem with that, but I don't have a problem with them, like, every now and then playing a female character, like, this is my daughter, and blah, 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 and or this, this is my wife after my first character got killed, or whatever. I get that. That's kind of cool and all, the story and all that. But not all the time. That's my point. And the voice over IP, if it's done really well, it's going to help curb, I think, it's going to help curb some of those guys that always want to play females. There's no need to play a female character. They don't get better agility. They don't get better size bonuses. The hitboxes are the same. Like if a man is this big, the hitbox is like this. If a woman is this big, her hitbox is like this. The hitbox is the same. They've already stated that. The hitboxes are going to be the same. So there's no motivation to play a female. Do the females all fit in the same chairs? Yes. Do they all have the same type of armors? Yes. Can they all shoot the same guns? Yes. Do they get any bonus hit points for being a man? No. Do you get bonus agility for being a female? No. Are you smarter? Are you weaker? Are you faster? Are you slower? No. It's all exactly the same. So there's no motivation mechanically for playing a female character. So the voice over IP will curb that desire, I think, I hope, so that when someone walks up to me and he goes, "Hey, how you doing?" he's actually got a male character, you know? Okay, some of the downsides. There are a few downsides to having voiceover. If you're trying to plan and organize or something like that, and you're only using the voice over IP, other people in the area can hear what you're saying. So you'll have to find a secluded place, find a corner of a bar, or maybe have a base or a hangar that you can go to and have those meetings there, right? You don't need to be doing it out in public. I'll stand in the middle of ArcCore and I'll have my super top secret meeting. No, you're going to do what you really would do. And that's what I think voice over IP really enhances the immersion, is because now you have to be conscious of how you act. We're not just all going to stand in the town square on Discord and plan our attack because nobody can hear our Discord. And so we're just all standing around the town square. No, that's immersion breaking for me. They're going to go get into your castle or whatever, your base, your outpost or whatever, and you're going to plan from there. Which, that's what you really would do. Okay. Okay. I do like the fact that you can see other people's Moby glasses. There are people that say, "Hey, Moby glass." I'm switching it up a little bit, but this is back to the planning thing. You got your Moby glass, it pops up. Joe, he's standing beside me, can see my Moby glass. I could do something like, "Hey, check this out on my, go right here on your Moby glass, and this is how you open up your whatever," right? That's awesome. That's the way it should be. You should be able to, like, "Hey, check this planet out over here. Go open your Moby glass and go over to this planet and check it out." That's the way it should be. Okay, so the hyper competitive guys, I've already heard people complain about it. If I'm looking at my Moby glass, some guy can walk up and see what I'm doing and see how much money I've got. Then don't do it in the town square. If you were worried about that, if you were afraid somebody's going to come up and look at your Moby glass and know what you're going to do, don't do it there. Guess what? In reality, that's what I would do. I'm not going to be sitting there with my laptop open and checking my bank account right in the middle of work. No. I do that in my privacy of my own home. And so people are like, "Well, there should be a privacy screen. You shouldn't be able to see from me unless you're the user." No. What they're doing is great. That's the whole motivation. That's why they have render detector, so that you don't have to be the guy with the HUD in his face. You could be everyone looking at the same thing. That's what they want. That's what I want. That's what immersion wants. Okay, I've talked about this enough. I've talked about concerns. I've talked about what I like, what I'm excited about. And now let me summarize this. I know if you watch this and you hate this, put a comment in and I'll laugh at you. If you don't like me, good. I don't care. I'm making this post because of those guys out there that are feeling the same way, but maybe they don't have a YouTube channel. Feeling the same way, but they don't know exactly how to express it. So I'll take the hit for you guys. First of all, if you play a female character because you want to look at butts, you've got a problem. If you play a female character because you want to be a female, you got a problem. If you play a female character, and I'm talking to you boys, If you're playing a female character because you have a story to tell and it's something exciting and you have some unique aspect or crazy, role-playing agenda, that's awesome. Do that. Okay. If you're a guy and you want to play, or if you're a girl and you want to play a guy, same thing. Same thing, guys, girls, whatever. Voice over IP is going to help curb that because you're going to hear the wrong voices coming out of the wrong bodies. But there's still going to be those, oh, I didn't even talk about this part. I got to talk about this. Okay, there's going to be a bunch of guys that use modulation. I think that's okay if you're trying to roleplay, bad if you're trying to conceal the fact that you're really a man. I think that's the problem some people might have. And I think it's going to be super great for role-playing, for getting into your characters, immersion. It's going to be a lot more convenient. And I love the face tracking. Okay, there's two pieces I didn't mention, and I'm going to get back to it. Face over IP not only takes your facial expressions, but it also allows you to move, and then the screen moves, just like track IR. So if I look down at if I take my head, my real physical head, and I do one of these numbers, the game head, or my vision in the game, will also move down to there, and it'll be looking at the console. And then I can use it just like track IR function, because it can track, like my eyes are here, and then it tracks when they go and when they go, so the head in the game will move around. I don't think it's as much as track IR, because I can take my track IR and do this and see behind me. I don't think it's going to do that. I think it's just going to do the front area like this, and if you go too far, then it'll reset to the center, or it'll stop, because it has a limited range of motion, which I'm okay with that, because I don't really like the track IR thing that I'm wearing. Okay, that's one thing. But here's the thing I skipped over. And this is going to be a problem, and I don't really know the answer to this. I want voice over IP, but I don't want to hear voice over IP if they're cursing. Okay? If they're using cock. If whatever. If they're making these words, they're saying these words. What's going to happen is, I'm a streamer. I'm streaming now. But I stream on Twitch. I stream on YouTube. I'm playing my game. I'm running around. I'm saying, hey, dude, you want to join? Blah, blah, blah. And he comes over and says, cock, cock, cock. And that's on my stream. It's going to make the inappropriate list, right? And then it's not even, it'll basically nullify my stream and make it not worth having streamed. So I'm going to have to find a workaround. I think I've already come up with one, but I'm going to have to come up with some kind of workaround for that. I don't know how I'm going to get around it. And I hope CIG has a way to, it's live. It's freaking live. So I don't know if CIG has a way to block those words, or if we can report people that say that over the voice over IP or what, but it's probably just going to be a bunch of kids, 12-year-olds doing it. But 12-year-olds can play the game. So, I don't know. So that's my concern. I've got some concerns as a streamer, voices coming over there, as a role player, guys or girls, portraying a character that's not real. Now, I understand that, okay, let me back up a little bit. I understand that your avatar in the game is not you. I get that. My question is not the fact, but why? Are you trying to conceal something? Are you one of them? Or is it part of the role playing? All right, guys, thanks for coming out and checking out this video, and I'll see you next time.